watching Storytime with Miss Connie, and I'm Miss Connie. Thank you very much, boys and girls, for joining me today. I was just checking out this wonderful book I just picked up from the Prince George's County Public Library here in Bowie, and I was so excited because this is a great little book. Well, today you were going to be hearing a lot about some wonderful books that I have picked up specially to read to you today. And I hope you have a good time. And if you're interested in reading any of these books, I encourage you to go to the library and ask them to find it for you so you can read it again. There's really some good books. Library has so many good books. You should definitely go. So I want to start off with, and I know you boys and girls have been waiting for this. You've been waiting all week for a new story time, so here we go. We're going to read today, we're going to read Wiggle. Wiggle, and this is about a dog, and he looks like he's got a hula hoop there, right? And this is by Doreen Cronin, and the art is by Scott Metcham. So let's see what Wiggle is all about. Wiggle by Doreen Cronin and Scott Metcham. Okay, here you go. Do you wake up with a wiggle? Wow. Do you wiggle out of bed? Does anybody out there wiggle out of bed? I know I don't. If you wiggle with your breakfast, it might wind up on your head. Look at that. That's a pancake, and he flipped it up, and he's wiggling all around, and guess where it lands? Lands right up on his head. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm awfully hungry. I think I'd like to have some pancakes. Oh, look at this. First, wiggle where your tail would be. Look at that tail. Do you have a doggie that his tail wiggles in a big circle? I don't, but I know that there are dogs out there. Mine just goes back and forth. Then wiggle all your hair. Does your doggie do a wiggle when he gets wet? That's a wiggle. And he will wiggle, and all the water comes off and gets all over you, and it's so silly. Feeling extra silly? Yeah, look at that. Look, they're dancing. Can you dance like that? I bet you can. Wiggle in your underwear. Can you do that? I think anybody can wiggle in their underwear. Can you wiggle with your shadow? Oh, that's cool. You need to go out front when the sun is shining and see if you can wiggle with your shadow. Can you wiggle with your toys? Oh, especially with a ball. Wouldn't that be interesting? If anybody has a kitty, you should see them wiggle with their toys. It's very, very funny. When you wiggle with gorillas, do they make a wiggle noise? I don't know. I've never wiggled with a gorilla. That's very interesting. If anybody wiggles with a gorilla, will you please let me know if they make noise? Can you wiggle in the water? Wiggle one fin on each side. Why don't you go check your fish, see if they wiggle? Anybody out there have fish that you can wiggle? And then let me know if they wiggle in the water. That has to be really funny. Or wiggle like a crocodile. Open big and wide. Wow. I don't know. Crocodiles do go like this. Really. And it goes under the water. There's a doggy sitting on top of it. I don't think I'd want to wiggle with a crocodile. When you wiggle where your wings would be, wiggles fill the sky. Ooh, look at all the bees. They wiggle. Look at that. They all wiggle around. All around him. Look at his ears are all wiggling, and his legs are all wiggling. He's a wiggly dog, isn't he? Wiggle slowly when with polar bears. I don't know. If I'm out in the cold, I wiggle pretty hard. They're very wiggle shy. Do you think they're wiggle shy? I don't know. I think that if I was a polar bear in the cold, they'd be really warm because they have very thick fur. Snakes are one big wiggle. No wings, no tails, no feet. Isn't that interesting? Look, has anybody seen a snake? We have some black snakes in Bowie. And if you see a black snake, you don't want to hurt it. You don't want to hurt any animal. But black snakes are not going to hurt you because they're afraid of people. So what you do is you leave the black snake alone. And if you're really worried about the black snake getting hurt, go tell your mommy and daddy so they can pick it up with a stick. Make sure you pick it up with a stick or something, and then move it off the road so it doesn't get hurt, because we don't want to hurt the snakes. They're very good. Oh, wow, look at this. Some wiggles are worth waiting for. What do you think is in there? See the crack? These are eggs. See the crack? What do you think is going to come out of there? Shall we see? I think I'd like to see. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, tweet. Wiggle, wiggle, tweet. Wiggle, wiggle, tweet, tweet, tweet. That must have been a little chick. That wiggled his way right out of the egg. How cool is that? Would you join me for a wiggle? Wiggle, wiggle. Everybody wiggle. Everybody wiggle. Everybody stand up and wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Very good. You guys did good. Would you wiggle on the moon? Well, first of all, we have to get there. Anybody been to the moon lately? I've seen the moon in the sky. I tell you what you could do. You could go outside when the moon is up and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle with the moon. That'd be cool. And look at this. He is all tired. Why is he tired? I think we're out of wiggles now. See you wiggle soon. Oh, that's cute. See you wiggle soon. That is very cute. I think he wiggled so much he got so tired, and now he's sleeping. The end. Look at that. Wasn't that a good book? I like that book. So if you are interested in reading this book again, because Wiggle the Puppy was very, very funny. I like that book. Does anybody have a dog? You have to go see if he'll wiggle and let me know. Okay, so what shall we do next? Let's see what other books I might have that you might find interesting. Oh, how about this one? This one is Mice. Wow, that's very cool, isn't it? Mice. This one is written by Rose Flyman, and it's illustrated by Lois Ehlert. So look at that. I think they cut out things to make mice. There's some string and some fabric, and here's some paper. See? Mice, mice. Yeah, they made that. Maybe you could do that. That would be fun. That'd be a nice craft, wouldn't it? See, it's a very nice book. I like them. They got big pink ears. Okay, let's see what we've got. Written by Rose Flyman and illustrated by Lois Ehlert. Look at this. The mice are climbing up there. I think that's cool. I think it'd be easy to make mice. Geranium plant. I think mice. Look at that big tooth. There's a tooth there too. He's hanging from the plant, the geranium plant, and I think mice paint tube. Now, I don't understand that one. Okay, maybe they'll explain it. And are rather nice. Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me see again. I think mice paint tube are rather nice. It's just telling you what it is. There's the clock. There's a marking pen. There's the paintbrush. And look at that, how they did their hands up there. That's cool. That's fun. You could do that with paper and stuff. That'd be really cool. Their tails are long. Look how long their tails are. Did you ever see a mouse? They're very, very cute. And sometimes people are afraid of mice, but they don't have to be afraid of mice. Mice are tiny, tiny, tiny. And you're very, very big. You're probably scaring that little mice. That's why they run around. They're so scared of you. Their face is small. See, there's mice, the mouse sitting on the glue bottle, and there's the scissors. And look at him, he's holding the scissors, and that one's holding a picture of a mouse. The face, isn't that cute, the way that's done? They haven't any chins at all. Have you ever seen a mouse? And I think that's true. I have seen mice, and they do not have chins. Isn't that strange? I wonder why a mouse doesn't have a chin. We'll have to figure that one out. Their ears are pink, and they are so cute. Mice are so cute. Look, he's putting lipstick on him. Do you think he's putting lipstick on his cheeks? Yeah, I think so. Their teeth are white. Look at that. That's a white tooth, and that's a white tooth. He's holding a toothbrush. What do you think this is? If that's a toothbrush, what do you think that is? What do you do after you brush your teeth? You use dental floss, and you floss your teeth. That's really good. That's very important to do. That way when you go to the dentist, it's a nice visit. They run about the house. And they do. They run about the house. They run about everywhere. They're outside. They're inside. And he's running around. There's a potato, a mango, and a tomato. At night. Do you know they run around at night mainly? There's an orange and a banana, an avocado, and a pear. Look at them. He's running all around. They nibble things. They especially like crackers. See, they're eating crackers. They sit there and nibble on a cracker. Very nice. They shouldn't touch. Look, they're eating the cupcake. Oh my goodness, look, he's got cupcake icing all over him. That's a lot of sweet stuff for a mouse. I think that would make me sick getting all that sweet stuff. And no one seems to like them. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think it's because they eat all kinds of things? Or you think it's because they're scurry around and people don't understand them? Well, wow. That's interesting. Look, he's got that. He's eating it. That's a popcorn ball. He's in part of the popcorn ball. And this one's eating part of the cracker. Much. See, so it finishes off, and no one seems to like them much. They're in the Cheerios, or the, whatever you call those, cereal. Cereal. They're eating the cereal out of the bag. But I think mice, look at that. It's a kitty cat. He's dirty too, look at that. It's dirty. Are nice. There's the kitty, and there's the mouse. And look at this. This is a mouse hole in the side of the wall. So if you turn, look at that. You can see the little mouse there, peeking his nose. And if we turn the page, that is in their house. She's got a picture of each of the mice, and she's got a picture of their kitty cat. And that's what they see out the door, is the kitty cat. And it looks like they're tired. He's yawning. There you go. The end. This says it's for Kaylee and Kaylin. Look at that. That was such a good book. They're hugging. Mice are very, very nice. They really will not hurt you. Some people definitely do not like them because they eat things they really shouldn't. So if you have a mice problem, what you need to do is get a humane mouse trap. Don't get the ones that will kill them. Get one that will just trap them and then go take them in the woods and release them. That way they will have a nice new place to live. And you can actually even take a little food out there so they'll stay out there. So if you're interested in this book, go to the public library and say, give me the book that says mice. Very good. Okay, so we've read one about doggies, Wiggle the dog. We've read one about mice. Now, what do you think else we should read? I think I have a very nice book here. Let's see where it is. Oh, I think it's down here. Oh, look, this one looks good. This one is Nat the Cat's Sunny Smile. Nat the Cat, Sunny Smile. And it's by Jazz Alborough. Looks good, huh? Doesn't that look like a good book? I like that. I like kitty cats. You know, I have a lot of kitty cats in my nursery that we put up for adoption. We're up at the PetSmart, the fourth Sunday of every month up at the Bowie PetSmart, and we put out kitty cats that are up for adoption. So if you want to see kitty cats, you come and see us. Come say hi. Come say hi and pet a kitty. Shall we read this book? How many out there like kitty cats? A lot of you. How many like doggies? A lot of you. Wow. And I know everybody, there's some people out there who have fish and guinea pigs, hamsters, birdies. Yeah, you have a lot of different things, don't you? And we're all kind to all of them, right? Yes, we don't hurt our kitty cats or pets or anything. We're always very kind to them and take care of them. Okay, this is Nat, I think it's Cat, Nat the Cat's Sunny Smile by Jez Arborough. Wow. Okay, let's read this wonderful book. Nat the cat jumped out of bed with a smile spread halfway around her head. She packed a picnic snack to share with her friends Billy Goat and Hugo Hare. Look at her. I've got this is a little, what they call a little red tabby. I have one like that, a little kitten at home, and I call him Tarzan. He was very sick when we rescued him, and now he's very, very healthy. He's going to be going up for adoption very soon. With a smile on her face and hamper in paw, there's the hamper, Nat knocked on Hugo's door. Hugo, she called, are you ready to go? But then, oh dear. Hugo said, no, my ears are all floppy. I've lost my hop. I want to get going, but my body says stop. Look at his ears. They're all flopping down. Why do you think, look at that, he's got such a sad face. Why do you think his ears are flopping down? Would you like to find out? Let's read on. It's hard to feel bright on a day like today, when the sky is so dingy, dreary, and gray. I'm sorry, he said. I don't want to be rude, but Hugo is not in a picnicky mood. Now, why do you think he should be sad when the sky is so dingy, dreary, and gray? Do you think it is, like when it rains? Do you think it's dingy and gray? I personally like the rain. It's very calming. Never mind, Hugo, said Nat the cat, and she gave Hugo's head a pat, pat, pat. As Nat skipped away, Hugo felt strange. The feeling inside him started to change. Wow, what do you think's happening? His feet, which had stopped, developed an itch. His ears, which had flopped, now started to twitch. They began to point upwards. They lost their flop. Then suddenly Hugo went. What do you think Hugo did? What do you think Hugo did? Hop, hop, hop. Wow! The gray in the sky had decided to stay, but the gray inside Hugo had all gone away. See, now that's the way you should all feel. Just because it's cloudy outside doesn't mean it's not nice. A smile stretched out across his face as he hopped and he bopped all over the place. Hugo's happy now. Meanwhile, Nat was skipping along, swinging her arms and humming a song. She's a very happy kitty. It's rub her little tummy, rub her little nose, with a smile on her face and hamper in paw, she knocked on Billy Goat's door. Billy, called Nat, are you ready to go? But then, oh dear. Billy said, no, I'm having a horrible day today. Nothing seems to be going my way. I stubbed my hoof on the leg of the chair, got soap in my eye when I washed my hair. You'd better just leave me here to brood. Billy is not in a picnicky mood. He looks very sad, doesn't he? He must have had a really hard day, stumping his hoof, getting soap in his eyes. That's not very nice. I bet it hurt, huh? He should use no sting shampoo. Never mind, Billy, said Nat the cat. She gave Billy's head a pat, pat, pat. As Nat walked away, Billy felt funny, as light as a feather and sweeter than honey. What do you think's happening to Billy? And downwards from his giddy head, this happy feeling quickly spread, until his tail began to flap. There's his tail was flapping. Then suddenly Billy went. What do you think Billy did? Tap, tap, tap. How do you like that? Tap, tap, tap. He pranced and danced all over the place as a smile stretched wide across his face. Oh my goodness, isn't that funny? This day isn't bad, he cried. I was wrong. It's been a wonderful day all along. He's very happy. He's dancing and prancing. On the path to the meadow, Nat's feet felt sore, and the picnic seemed heavy to hold in her paw. As she plodded along her wearisome way, she noticed the sky was gloomy and gray. Uh-oh, what is happening to Nat the cat? What sort of picnic, thought Nat, will it be? With nobody's there to share it with me. She's going to be lonely. I hope she's not lonely. Let's all hope she has friends at her picnic. Down in the meadow with blooms all around, Nat stopped by a lake and flopped on the ground. The bumblebee buzzed and the dragonfly played, but Nat just laid by the snack that she'd made. She felt like a car whose engine had stopped, or like a balloon that someone had popped. Just then Nat heard a hoppity sound and the tap, tap, tap of hooves on the ground. Who do you think that could be? Oh, boys and girls, I hope it is. I hope it is. Let's turn the page and find out. It's us, cried Hugo, but not like before. I don't feel gloomy or gray anymore. And I've lost my grump, said Billy. Hooray! After you left, the grump went away. Look at that. They're so happy. And it's all because of your smile, you see. You passed it on to Hugo and me. Nat the cat sighed. Her eyes opened wide. They seemed to sparkle and twinkle inside. She felt all dizzy, fizzy, and yummy, as if someone was stroking and tickling her tummy. Do you think we tickled her tummy and made her feel that way? I don't know. I'd like to think we did. I'd like to think we did make her happy. Her frown turned around, and there instead a smile spread halfway round her head. Look, Billy, said Hugo, we picked up the knack. Nat gave us her smile, now we're giving it back. I didn't know how smiles could be caught like the flu, but he looked at Nat's face and he knew it was true. Do you think that's true? Do you think smiles are contagious? I think they are. Nat gave the snack that she'd made to share to her friends Billy Goat and Hugo Hare. And then, there around the blanket spread out by the lake, they nibbled on biscuits and slices of cake. And after they finished, Nat made up a song, and both of her friends started singing along. Look at that, they're having good, like a little picnic. That looks like cake. Juice, crackers. Oh yeah, there's the cake. That's very nice. I like that. Uh-oh, let's see. Well, I don't know how this goes, but let's try. There's a picnic down in the meadow today, where the bumblebees buzz and the dragonflies play, with 3 happy friends, Billy, Hugo, and Nat. What a wonderful picnic it is to be at. What a fabulous place for 3 friends to be, by the lake in the meadow, sitting under a tree, where the bumblebees buzz and the dragonflies play. There's a picnic down in the meadow, hooray! Look at that. Did you sing along with me? I hope you did. That was the end. I think that was the end. Oh, no. They laughed and they played and had lots of fun, and the gray went away in the light of the sun, which spread like the smile around the head of Nat the cat when she jumped out of bed. That was a wonderful book. Look at that. Now, I want everybody to know that if you smile to your friends, they will smile back. So I want everybody to put a beautiful smile on their face. And remember, I want you to please take care of your pets. But before we leave, which we have to go tonight, I am going to put my magic glasses on and see who I see today. I see Olivia and Mason and Isabella, and I see William and Ava and Ethan, and there's Mia and Michael and Emily, and oh my, is Donald Trump out there? Oh my, is he watching? Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, hello to everybody. I'm so glad you joined me today. And remember, please spay or neuter your pets to prevent more homeless animals, because they are a cause for Paws. Thanks, boys and girls, for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.